10 million views. This week, that's how many times my YouTube videos have been watched, and I wanted to thank all of you for helping me reach that milestone. I started this channel in 2006 to upload random videos, and I've come a long way since acting like I was Joseph Campbell in an old college video project.
Myths can never become heroes, but heroes are myths. What?
I don't leave up old content like that for the cringe factor. I leave it up because it reminds me of where I've come since that day and how much more I hope to do in the next 15 years as my kids grow up. So I have to say thanks, especially to all the generous people and companies who are supporting my open source work on this YouTube channel and on both Patreon and GitHub sponsors. You're all amazing, and you helped me achieve my dream of working on open source full-time this year. Anyways, that's enough about me. I figured for this video I would tell you my top 10 favorite YouTube channels. All these channels inspire me to improve my work, try something new, or just realize how much I still have to learn. But leave a comment with your favorite channels too. What YouTubers do you see pop up in your feed, and immediately click on the video because you know it's going to be good. And before I get to my list, YouTube tells me the channels most of my subscribers watch. So I think it's funny how many people who watch my videos watch the Linus Media Group channels like LTT. I'd be offended except for the fact that Anthony is on LTT more and more, and he's just a really cool guy. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Here are the top 10 YouTube channels that inspire me. Number 10 is Colin Furs. Somehow, after more than 10 years on YouTube, he's turned up his energy and creativity from a 10 to an 11. He makes some amazing builds, and you can tell he loves every minute of it. In a similar vein, but with much different energy, is number 9. It's stuff made here by Shane Whiten. The contraptions Shane makes are already legendary, and he's only been uploading for a year. Every one of his videos is must-watch, and I love how he documents the dozens of failures on the road to success. For number 8, I have to say I'm a bit of a weather nerd, though I haven't explored that topic in any of my own videos yet. I live right on the edge of Tornado Alley in the US, and my favorite storm chaser by far is Pecos Hank. You can sense the awe Pecos Hank has for tornadoes and weather in every single video he makes. Next up at 7 is Mattias Burling. I'm no woodworker by any means, but if there's a Norm Abram for YouTube, it's this guy. His YouTube channel is full of great woodworking builds, and you'd think someone who builds mechanical systems out of wood wouldn't be into tech, but he also has a knack for electronics and even uses Raspberry Pis to document and organize a lot of his footage and work. Plus, he subscribes to my channel, so I know he's good people, as we say in the Midwest. Now we have number 6, AVE. If you ever wanted to know how it feels in a workshop where Red Shirt Jeff is allowed access to much more industrial-sized tools and is allowed to speak, look no further than AVE's channel. It has a little higher content rating in terms of language, but everything from his bolter videos to his more recent CNC builds will teach you something. And fun fact, even though he rarely shows off microcontroller projects anymore, his channel name is an acronym for Arduino versus Evil. Coming in at 5 is Christopher Barnett
from explainingcomputers.com.
I just love the calm energy Christopher has introducing all his projects and, well, explaining computers. Contrast his style to the loud, seizure-inducing videos many other channels produce, and what you learn will stick more, at least if you're like me. Another channel that inspires by virtue of the crazy but really cool builds is Sean Hodgins. I only found his channel last year, but I'm always happy to see what neat contraption he comes up with, and I can tell Sean is like me, trying to improve his channel with every new upload, and it shows. Now we're hitting the top 3, and for the first of these 3, it's someone who's shown a fine mastery over the art of programming microcontrollers, and of course I'm talking about Device Orchestra, who was inspired to make music after hearing his phone vibrate.
And then one day, my phone vibrated. And I realized that, hey, this is not some random noise. This is a note.
And he went from making a few notes on one device to literally building orchestras of dancing toothbrushes, typewriters, credit card machines, and pretty much anything else electronic that makes any kind of noise. I've never seen someone get me as invested in the well-being of a toothbrush, much less give so much life to inanimate objects through the liberal application of googly eyes. So Device Orchestra gets a solid number 3 ranking in my favorite YouTube channels. Now we're getting to the top 2, and both of these channels might seem odd in that they aren't in many top lists for subscribers, views, or anything like that, but both of the creators behind the channels are hugely inspirational for my own work. First up is Mark Smith, who continuously demonstrates how certain gear can help make a process easier, in this case, nature photography, but it's not the gear that makes memories. It's the story and the journey towards getting the stunning pictures he gets. I call Mark the Bob Ross of photography, and I just love listening to him talk about the animals he photographs, most especially the osprey, an animal you can tell he's passionate about and respects. People like Mark inspire me to do better and to not get too comfortable in my ways. He's always trying new things, adapting to the changing photography landscape, and all the while taking viewers along for the ride. And finally, is my #1 channel related in any way to computers, Raspberry Pis, or even tech? Nope, not even one bit. There's only one channel on YouTube that I literally set aside an hour every other Saturday to watch. My kids know it's time for the boat guy when Leo drops a new video on his Samson Boat Company channel, my #1 favorite channel on all of YouTube. Now, you might be surprised since my own videos have nothing to do with boats, woodworking, or sailing. Why would I care about the Tally-Ho, a century-old sailing yacht? It's because Leo and his crew demonstrate, video by video, the process of fine craftsmanship. No matter what you build, if it's electronics, a boat, a quilt, or even a website, you should take pride in it, dedicate effort to it, and build it to last. Not all of our work will last a century or longer. Heck, most of the websites I build are replaced within a couple years. But if you take the time to build truly remarkable things, the effort will pay off, and Leo reminds me of that in a way the classic This Old House episodes did, when Norm Abram or Tom Silva would show off some masterful carpentry and woodworking techniques that hold up through the decades. I guess at the end of this video, the message I want to convey through my favorite YouTubers list is this. You should watch people who love their craft and can explain it well. Absorb every last drop of knowledge from them, support them, thank them, and learn from them. And if you don't do it yourself, you don't know just how much work goes into producing these good quality videos. And most of the people in this list do all their own writing, production, and editing work just like I do. Based on my experience, a really solid video can soak up 60 to 100 hours of total time from conception to testing to building to writing to rebuilding for the video to shooting pickups and finally to editing, uploading, and promoting the video. So I thank these 10 YouTubers for their time and their content, sharing their creations with me. Be sure to support your favorite creators with a subscribe and through donations, and comment below on anyone I missed out on if you'd like to call them out. Until next time, I'm Jeff Geerling.